So, good morning everyone. It is Friday, January 17th, and it is 6:16. So, a little bit of a slow start to the morning, but let's do a whole day with me vlog. So, first thing in the morning, wake up, just put some clothes on, and then let's start making Jay's lunch for him before he has to leave for work. So it is now 6:31. A little bit of time's passed. Jay doesn't like being on camera that much, so just try to be respectful of that. Made his coffee. We both worked on getting the trash out, a little bit of the household stuff while I wait for my fat burner to kick in before I go do cardio. So we haven't had water for the past few days of this week, so the house is just trying to get everything back to normal. Doing all the household stuff right now before that kicks in. So gonna unload the dishwasher a little, get some laundry probably started and all of that, and then once my fat burner kicks in, I'm gonna walk up to our garage outside. It is currently, so we have a little thing here with all the temperatures and stuff. It's currently 29 degrees out, so, well, it's actually almost 30. So not too cold, which sounds crazy to say, but it's been in the teens for the past week or two, and it's going to get down in the negatives next week. So for today's to-do list, I'm gonna have to stack some of our wood. We use a wood furnace to heat the house, so just getting us ready for the upcoming storm. And we're supposed to get snow, I think, today into tomorrow. So with all the ice still on the ground, just trying to make sure we're prepared, get the house ready so that whatever we need in that time, and if we hopefully don't lose water again, that we're all set for that. So I'm gonna get some stuff done. Not gonna record that, and then we're gonna chit chat when I get up to cardio about prep and all the bodybuilding fun stuff like that. All right, it is 6:53. It's a bit later than hoped. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to set up my camera right here. I don't think I had the tools I needed. I probably would have liked some tape to put it on my treadmill, and I also didn't charge my microphone. So, a little bit late start to that. Doing my cardio this morning. I'm currently doing 5 times a week, 25 minutes of incline treadmill. My heart rate between 135 and if it touches 150, try to get it back down a little. So I don't start counting my time until I get my heart rate up, which it is. So we're good there. But let's chit chat, prep, and all of those fun things. So I'm shooting to be 9 weeks out would be for the show I'd prefer to do because it's a bit closer to home. But I'm open to doing any up to like 13 to 14 weeks. So I'm somewhere between that 9 and 13 week out mark right now for my first show of the year. I am shooting for as the main show doing Junior USAs or Junior Nationals. Just gonna put that out there, it feels weird too. This would be my first national level show. In the past, I've competed 4 times in NPC bikini shows and 1 time in the OCB. So, I'm not a first-time competitor, but it'll be my first time in Fit Model. The things with this is different are obviously the leanness and kind of just jumping into prep, getting after it as soon as they announced it. So, I'm self-coached. With that, it's a little fun, it's a little different. Today, my weight was 127.4. I am about 5'4" to 5'5" range. So I'm at a good spot. I'm thinking I need to lose somewhere between 5 to 8 pounds is that sweet spot for what I think they want on conditioning. I'm not quite sure yet because obviously we haven't seen Fit Model on stage, and this was bikini of the past. So just playing it by ear a bit. I am going to the NPC Women's Workshop next weekend. So I'll be able to talk to Sandy and Tyler in person, and I have some old photos and videos from my past preps. With that, just briefly talk about food. My food's not super low. Where I came from, having a little bit of an extended break from competing and lifting, I've had some life stuff happen the past year and a half, 2 years, where I've not really been as intensive into lifting or in the gym, it's been really refreshing to have this as a goal to shoot for and really push myself to get back into it. My last actual bodybuilding competition was back in 2021. Since then, I've still been involved in the community. I'm a posing coach for many of my women, and I still show up to events and all of that good stuff. Whew. Talking while cardio is a little different than I'm used to, so let's pop that down, watch my heart rate. Try not to talk fast or the caffeine's hitting in on cardio. So, why Fit Model? This is the bikini that I originally got into bodybuilding for, pretty much. So I started competing back in 2018, and I found out what bodybuilding was back in like 2017. So I grew up watching the sport with women that looked like this. I did the stallion pose at my first show, so it hit close to home. Over the years, as I competed, I kind of realized I didn't have the muscularity needed or the density, and as much as I tried, I just don't think my body would have gotten there, regardless of what I would have done. I also don't personally want to take the risks associated with even trying to get there. So I hit a point where I had done my last show in 2021, and I was in an extended off season, and I just lost some of that fire seeing what was being rewarded. And I just decided, you know, I don't have to bodybuild to still be a part of the community, and I can still like the look of bikini, but not like it for me. So at that time, pretty much retired, started to get into all my other endeavors. My career started picking up more, and it just didn't make sense for me to continue to push and push and push my body with all of this extra fatigue and insane training and food. It just didn't feel healthy to my body to be at that point. So I decided I'm done with stage for at least now, maybe in the future, but I had no intentions. All right, cardio's done. I ended up maintaining at about a 7 incline and 2.9, 2.8 speed. So starting to get a little fast, but feels good. A little later than I want. So gonna wrap up here, head down the hill. I'll show you guys outside all the ice and the view. Then we'll continue on in the house, probably get breakfast made. I'm not really hungry yet, but I need to get that working before I have to start on work, and I guess we'll chit chat down there. So this is the view from the house. I don't think it does it justice. Ooh. Scroll down. See the mountains over there. It's almost sunrise, but that's just probably one of the biggest benefits of, you know, doing cardio in the morning. But looking at all of this, so this is all straight ice here. So walking up to do cardio or lift, I'm going through the snow. It wasn't this week that we got this big storm, but the week before we got about an inch of ice and then 9 to 10 inches of snow on top of it. So it's all pretty much compacted and refrozen now. And it's pretty slippery, so I just go through the snow so that I don't fall and get hurt. All right, so it is now 7:33. Feels like the whole morning's gone by, but thankfully today's not a super crazy day. Typically Fridays I maybe have one posing client. Today I don't have any, so I'm gonna focus on getting my stuff done, getting prepared for the weekend. Tomorrow I plan to go visit my parents, and I need to go grocery shopping, all of that fun stuff. So gonna work on getting a list done, gonna do my skincare, probably take it out with me. I didn't want to chit chat too much on the treadmill. My nose is starting to get drippy and I didn't want to be sniffling every other sentence. That's the downside. Inside being warm, outside being cold, and then starting to sweat. I just don't want to all over, and with the treadmill noise, I don't want to annoy you guys. So gonna get all of that done. The only other big housework task I have is I need to stack the wood because I think we're getting our other delivery today. So I'll take you guys with me for that. But need to log on to work at about 8 o'clock. I have a normal work schedule, 8 to 5, hour off for lunch. Sometimes during lunch I like to go lift. probably gonna do that today. So arranging my meals so that breakfast, I'm gonna do a little lower fat today so that I can have a bit of fat in my pre-workout meal. And then I'm gonna do steak with Jay tonight. So rearranging that a little, and then gonna just do pretty low fat protein shake and either cream of rice or rice cakes for my post-workout meal. Gonna be doing legs today. Gonna be mainly focusing glutes, probably a little bit of hamstrings and a touch of quads. I really need to work on getting my glute fullness fully back, making sure at least my glutes have that nice projection so that I really have good shape and that I don't have to get too lean to just have that fullness and not have any visible fat when I move, especially in the walk to the back. So just gonna work on making sure my training gets me closer to that goal and all of that good stuff. So let's go do some skincare. Let's make some breakfast. And I don't think I'll have coffee yet. I might have coffee later. I'm still undecided on that. I don't do too much caffeine anymore like I used to, but I don't know. I'm still undecided. I'll play it by ear. All right, let's make breakfast. So since I'm doing a higher fat meal at dinner, I rearranged some of my breakfast. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of protein powder to make up for my protein because I didn't get egg whites yet because I was mainly doing turkey sausage with my eggs, and that was my protein for my breakfast. So I'm just gonna do half a scoop of protein because I wanna do 2 eggs, some blueberries. I want an apple today. So I have that weighed out somewhat. I'm gonna cut it and make sure it matches up with what I have logged. My pan's a little angry because I just washed it. So that's gonna be my breakfast. So I'm gonna do 40 grams of blueberries. Right now I have 100 grams of apple logged. I'll adjust that as I go on. It's harder to find an apple on my MyFitnessPal than not. Half a scoop of protein and 1 slice of bread. So let's get started into that. Yeah, we don't like that. That doesn't look good. These are Jay's had issues with these. Let's try again. Oh, why are they all like rotten? Is there anything redeemable? No. This one's also, they're not even old. I just think I got a bad bag. So, attempt number 3. This one's good. So we have a healthy apple. So I'm gonna core it. I like it sliced. So I have my little food scale here, trusty bad boy. So. Grams of apple, so just need to add like 50% more. I like trying to rotate my fruit as best I can, especially early on in a dieting phase, because it just helps keep your gut happy and healthy with a good variety of things, and you see less that people have issues with their gut health after a prep if they are able to have some nutrient diversity as best as you can. Obviously, you know, when calories get low, there's only so much you can do, but I think if you can manage it, it's always better that way. So, 2 eggs. We get our eggs fresh from some of the guys at Jay's work, so feel really lucky about that. We pay them all the good stuff, but so 2 cups of eggs. I'm weird. I like my eggs over hard. I kind of do a quick scramble. So just put some a little bit of spray oil in the pan, and then throw them in there, get the egg off my hands. In there, I'm going to put some salt and pepper on them. I have fresh basil. I really like basil on eggs, all that good stuff, but just keep it pretty simple. Salt, pepper. Just going to move them around. Get my bread toasting. So I use the Lewis bread. I know bread's not super common in preps. If I was still making my sourdough actively when I started prep, I would have done some of the math and work to figure out the calorie count on all of that, but I'd taken a little bit of a break from sourdough at the point I had started this dieting phase, so just for me, it makes more sense. This bread doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup or any artificial colors or flavors in it, so it's not the worst thing. It's probably closer to what old school bread is than a lot of what you see on the shelves, and it's super soft, and it's our favorite in the house. So just chose to use that, but let's get this closed up. Let me get a spatula since I just washed them all last night. But just a little chit chat. I don't want to make this too much a yak sesh about me. I feel like having that on other videos that are a little less busy might be good. So for work, I am an engineer. I work in the construction and mining field. So I'm lucky. I work from home a good bit. I go into the office here and there, and I also go on trips to visit different job sites to help with the estimating process for new construction projects and all of that fun stuff. So I do a lot of Excel work. I work with our draftsmen, different vendors, all of that good stuff. I don't really touch any of the accounting or deal a ton with other people in the company or field guys as much. I used to be more of a field engineer. I like that type of work, but this gives me more exposure to the business side of things, so I appreciate that, and it's a different exercise for my brain to be involved with the actual quoting and learning about different facilities and things that I hadn't seen before, and trying to problem solve so that the end user has an easier time with their equipment and the layout of their facility. So it's rewarding in that way. So what I did here is 40 grams of blueberries, none of the squishy gross ones, all that fun stuff. So get my eggs chopped up, all nice and cooked, and then I'll just bring that into my office with me, get set up for the day. So at 7:58, I might get on my computer a few minutes late and get into some emails. We just had a bunch of jobs come in, so it's been pretty busy lately. Do all that good stuff. Every once in a while when I need a mental break and clear things up, I'll sometimes do some steps, check on stuff around the house, all that good stuff. I obviously didn't get the dishwasher started earlier. I did get the laundry because I needed to get up and go to cardio, so I like to start some of those things in the morning since they take longer, so that I can stay on top of the housework during the week, because if I leave it all to the weekend, we have no clothes, no dishes, or anything, it feels like. So I need to get silverware, and I need to make my protein shake. So I thought I had a little shaker somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where they went. So just find a little shaker here. I'll put some water, half scoop of my protein. I try to do isolate as much as I can. Lately, whey hasn't been bothering me as much. I am lactose intolerant, so I try not to do too much dairy, but sometimes I can't help it and have to do some. Toast is done. So, wrap this up. My eggs are about done. So, show my little plate here, nothing crazy, and then I'm gonna get this shake together, start eating, get to work, and I will chat with you all on lunch. Oh, simple, boring, good. 1 apple, 40 grams of blueberries, 2 eggs, a toast, and a little shake. Alright, so it's currently around 10:30. I'm gonna have my second meal of the day. A little messy, not as pretty as it needs to be, but just some rice, some turkey, some cilantro, some lime. I didn't prep my rice the past few days where I had to just make it with whatever water I could get, so a little bit not all mixed together yet, but it'll still taste the same. So this will be my pre-training meal. Since I'm a bit heavy on my rice in this meal, I want a little bit more time for it to digest all of that good stuff. Might eat, just take a quick moment, do some posing work. I had a new inquiry come in, so I need to get back to her. I had some girls that owe me posing videos so I can give them feedback for this week, so I sent them all back because I have this thick of a bid document still to go through, and I'm on row 220 out of almost 1,000. I think it's showing 928 rows so far on this document for all of the things. So I've just been cranking out stuff on Word to get this organized so that our whole team can get to work on it. But I'm gonna eat a meal, then I guess we will chat when I head up to go lift real briefly, but that is all for now. So it's time to go hit the gym. So let's take our lovable gray son and get out of the office and head to the gym. Say hi, buddy. He's a sweet boy. He gets outdoor privileges, so we have a bunch of land he can run around on and hang out with the outdoor kitty friends. Yes? Hey. What? Alrighty, so little leg lift is done. We are going to take my small goblin. Come on, honey. We're going to take her down the hill for a little bit of social time. Hang out with me while I work. Now I'm going to just do a little post-workout. I'm thinking I'll do rice. I was a little hungrier earlier today. And we are super bright outside. So just gonna do some post-workout, get back into work, maybe call it a short day, have my little adventurer there with me, and yeah, just get back into it. And then after work, do a little posing feedback for my girls, get ready for dinner, stack some wood, and then relax and call it a night. Alright, it's been a bit since my lift. I have this little goblin that needs constant attention. I lied, I'm actually gonna do some rice cakes. I just want something quick and easy. And then I'm gonna do a little pre-made protein shake. And then I think I'm gonna take a nice little short break and get some steps in, because on top of my cardio, I'm aiming to do 10,000 steps a day. With that, since I'm pretty sedentary with work, just that way to keep my output consistent and make sure that I get with it. This is Dumpling. She is the sweetest little thing, but also is filled with much crimes. So she often makes my life very interesting and will be difficult when she's a lot larger and pretends to be a pirate then too. So gonna eat, get after it with steps, finish off work, and then we will head into the evening. The workday is officially over. It's time to go feed my two gremlins. So let's hold on. She's yeeted herself off. So we do. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Up the hill. Good. So the rest of my workday was crazy. Filled with calls. That little walking break I talked about, that didn't happen at all. So I'm going to get after stacking the wood because we are getting another delivery today. So I need to clean up this area. And then I'm going to do a little bit of walking. And then it's time to make dinner. But normally steaks, Jay cooks. So I should get away with doing a little less there. But we're going to stack some wood. So to show, this is all the unstacked wood. And then this is the stacked stuff. So we're going to get another load, probably a touch bigger than this. So I need to get this done before the next one so that we're prepared. whatever, whenever. So thank you all for watching, and I'm excited to take everyone with me on my time going through a fit model prep and the next little bit. So see you all then.